Alrighty, great games at your table. This is Jonathan Albin. This is Nycos Nightly News with your host, Game Master Jay. We have a lot of information to cover tonight. We've got a new episode going to be airing tomorrow for the first time ever on here on Twitch at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. NycosRPG will be hosting a show called Eastward Skies. More information on that coming up after the first break. Alrighty, so let's get directly to the news. Our first story is going to be coming to us from Cenobia. In the Kingdom of Cenobia, in the capital of Tenerif, there's been a considerable amount of activity since the arrival of some strange nobles who made an appearance starting about 3 weeks ago. As you may recall, there's been a considerable amount of conflict concerning the relative position and the purpose of these said nobles, who seem to be northerners that have infiltrated the city without coordinating their appearance. This has been rather problematic, and the Jagala family and Athera families have been implicated. And as we are going along, there was a certain commander from the nation of the Dyendin who had been one of the most vociferous accusers of House Jagala, who was, of course, rubbed out, I suppose you would say, and Chief Obleda has since made an appearance. His recovery has been complete, and it seems that the medical conditions that were required for his return have been met, and his established health has been returned. He did make an appearance yesterday at court. Of course, in the process, he did make rather strident claims against House Jagala and did verify there is now a vendetta between the two houses, which, of course, does not bode well for continued safety and security in the region. Jagala is now reporting that it appears that the accused nobles have escaped their clutches and are fundamentally loose within the region. There have been no sightings over the past week or so, there are concerns that they have indeed perhaps returned back to their own nations, having accomplished whatever fell processes they were attempting to do. Of course, even though the city guard is attempting to reestablish law and order, they have quelled much of the fighting in the city, although there are still a smattering number of engagements that are yet to be resolved. The city guard does pledge to return law and order to the city, with the understanding that the budget for the city guard has indeed been increased a nominal amount by agreement and acquiescence of the houses of the council. This, of course, has led to the largest intercity transfer of economics ever, and this has been confirmed from financial sources on either side of the political aisle. So, although this may be a equitable arrangement, nonetheless, the amount of cash distribution is hard to not at least acknowledge, and so our reporters will be delving deeper into perhaps who provided those funds and how it came to be that this transaction has been approved. The nobles, of course, a ursine of the red panda variety and a faline of the clouded leopard variety, have not yet been apprehended, and they continue to be sought for questioning, both by the government and by several of the rather relatively well-off houses, such as the Dyendin and the Jagala, both of which who claim ignorance of their current positioning and are pledging to hunt them down. On the other hand, Lord Tonderu, who was originally one of those who was accused of being involved in the process, has made a statement that has been recorded by agents of the Tenerif government and Cenobia in particular, and these Cenobia agents are en route back to the city with this statement. We do not know what it entails, but it is sure to be a blockbuster, and we at the Nycos News Network will be glad to share that information with you as soon as it's available. Now, the Coramite victim that was reported last time to have been ended by the internecine conflict has indeed been returned to full health by the insurance provided to him by the Black Veil. The Generine Insurance Company has done everything it can to ensure that he is made whole and to prevent any lawsuits that might be filed by the Coramite government. Now, the one house that still seems to be under suspicion by all houses are the Aetherians, and it appears they may indeed have supported or perhaps even aided and abetted the nobles. So there is still questioning going on among them, and this is always going to be a sort of a sticky wicket concerning interference of other governments. The Aetherians have always been a little bit more fast and loose than the agreements when dealing with other external cultures, but this has yet to be proven in this case. So, of course, we will keep you up to date on what the news is